Alright, so I just spent the last 10 minutes talking to these two slabs of wood here because the camera wasn't recording. But anyways, this is where we're at. I got another craft show coming up in about a month, and these are my own personal slabs that I had cut. $120 years old, big old silver maple. These are the two slabs right here. I'm not crazy for this one right here. I kind of like this one underneath that was behind it. So we're going to cut this thing right down the center here. And then this will be the inside. I'm going to call this a stream table, not necessarily a river table, because it's going to be kind of skinny on the inside. But it's going to have all kinds of rocks and pebbles, maybe a little whitewater rapids going on in there. These have been sitting here for 3 years, so the tarp is pretty tattered. But we're going to throw this girl right up here on the table. She's about 3 inches thick right now. And I'll bring it back in. We're going to cut her right in half. Now I have to take more off of this side here to get the width of the whole coffee table that I want it to be. It's a nice timber. Oh, that's the wrong piece. Oopsie. Throw away the wrong piece. This is the one we want. There we go. Well, that's going to be it right there, huh? I definitely have to shorten her up and cut these ends off. Now they got a little bit of cracking and splits going on. Right in here you can see where it's split like an inch in. So we're going to clip them off, make them nice. And I might even clip the corners. I might even round the corners a little bit. And I don't know if I like this edge dropping off or not. If I could do something with the face here, maybe with some kind of rock ledge or layer some rocks in there, might be cool, but that's going to take a while. I don't know. If not, I'll knock it back with a chisel and taper it in, kind of like this, but not as drastic. But I think that I really like these inside curves in here where it goes inside, be like kind of like a cave. I like that. So all right, that's it. We're gonna get her set up to get cleaned up, and next step is the router table, flatten it all back out. All right. Alright guys, so I already took one pass off, and you know, it's been a couple years since I worked on these pieces of these slab woods that I have here, and I've forgotten just how beautiful they are. And we got a little bit of ambrosia going on in there. And when this thing gets covered in epoxy, she's going to just light up. All them beautiful grains. You could see where what I call the fire pattern up in here. It's got all the tips. This is all ambrosia. This thing is going to be awesome. If you're not familiar with ambrosia is, it is a beetle that penetrates the tree, and then the tree tries to compensate for the invasion by making these patterns. You can see in every one of these patterns there's a little exit hole in where the beetle took off after he was done hibernating or whatever it is that they do. But every one of them, there's little holes where they left the premises. Pretty cool. But that's what it's going to look like right there, with a big stream going right down the middle. All different colors. Might even put a little camping scene in there. This left side's all going to be a rock ledge. I'm going to fill all this with real small rocks and just make it look like a cliff. So let me get started with the router. I got a lot of work, but this is going to be the top right here. Alrighty. Waterfall going down through here, and I'm going to show you how I do that. So you have to mix your epoxy and let it sit for at least a half hour so it tightens up a little bit and doesn't get too fluid. And then we're going to just start from one end of the waterfall to the other, pouring it this way so it flows downward. And then with, depending on how big your waterfall is, with a toothpick, you have the white, and then you just make little dabs right where she starts to go over the edge, just like that. You can't count on getting the result every time, so you have to, I think it's a good thing that you don't get the same result every time. Let's put a couple streaks in here. And what happens is you let the epoxy make the waterfall. Just like that. That's really all you need. I don't like a lot of water because I like to see the rocks. And then you could just hit it with a torch. Just get it going. And as you can see, it gives it quite the effect because as it pools down into the main stream, it does its own thing, which is kind of cool. And you can swirl it around if you like. Now I'm just going to keep on pouring the blue in spots that aren't moving. Just the tiniest bit. Right here. I put that on the down side, so it's already going to start to move down. I'm just going to put a little dab of white in there. And you can see just how nice it moves through there, and you get all these great streaks. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on how I make waterfalls. Thanks, guys.